marrying people on death row, since the 20s. And so it's really not new. It's seamy, but they're running to him for the, just the publicity of it, the in-the-momentness of it, the attention it has. Maybe their feelings against the healthcare industry.
I think that's clear.
You could have feelings against the healthcare industry, but not, lionize this guy, a back shooter, a coward, the ultimate coward, shooting a man down in cold blood in the back of the sidewalk. And he lionizes Ted Kaczynski, who's a coward as well. Killing people and maiming people. Yeah, Unabomber, sure. And he's reading him for guidance, so that tells you a lot.
And by the way, just for those who think, who are lionizing him, thinking that it made a difference in the industry, the guy who is the new CEO of United Health Group, Andrew Whitting's internal video, said that what they're going to do to make sure that we not only acknowledge and honor the legacy of Brian Thompson, we will continue our role as a critical issue. We will make sure care is safe, appropriate, and delivered when people need it, and guard against the pressure that exists for unsafe and unnecessary care to be delivered in a way that makes the whole system work in place. They're not changing the policy, guys. That's something y'all need to keep in mind. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And up next, Chair's House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries joins me to discuss how he and his caucus are planning for the second Trump administration.
What? Baked potato.
Doctors recommend Colay stool softener for gentle, dependable relief from constipation. It's so gentle, doctors even recommend it during pregnancy and after surgery. Colay increases water in the stool, making it softer so it's easier to go. No harsh laxatives, cramping or straining. Colay.
Hi, I'm Jay Jackson. For almost 20 years, Abacus Life has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors. And in just seconds, you can use the free calculator at abacuspace.com to learn what your policy might be worth.
For many of my clients, selling their life insurance to Abacus was right for them and their estate planning.
Don't sell or lapse your policy without going to abacuspace.com first. There are no fees and no obligations. Get the real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus.
After my hair started thinning, my dermatologist recommended Nutrafol. The formulas are clinically tested.
My hair is much stronger and longer.
I feel like I'm a completely different person.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com.
My name's Keegan and I'm a wish kid.
Keegan was diagnosed with T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia in November of 2018. He takes chemo on a daily basis and sometimes up to 9 pills a day.
My wish was a hockey ice rink. I wish for this rink because I get to practice more and just be a better skater.
Every 20 minutes, a child is diagnosed with a critical illness. More than 70 kids each day. But throughout their treatments, there's a glimmer of hope. A wish. Made possible by someone with a big heart like you. Call or go online. For $20 a month, just 67 cents a day, you can grant wishes month after month for kids right in your own community.
Your wish was granted?
A wish is so much more than a moment. It can even be a turning point in a child's recovery.
These are kids that are living longer. They're living better. They're having more fun in their life. And it all started with one experience. And that was their wish.
But for every wish we grant, 2 more children like Keegan are waiting for their special wishes to come true. Call or go online now. Use your credit card and we'll send you this free Make-A-Wish t-shirt to show you are transforming lives one wish at a time.
I can just go in my backyard and just start skating. Have fun. I was really happy.
We are so sincerely grateful and appreciative. And so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
More kids with critical illnesses are waiting. Call or go online to grantwishes.org today.
Hi, Selena Memphis, and I am one and sober. And what happened? I eat right, but there are just sometimes I just have a tweak.
That's why this celebrity housewife went to Soto Bello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
I saw the results right away. I just feel so much more confident in my body. I just feel great.
When it comes to your personal health and happiness is your absolute best.
Get back to Oakland. Schedule your free, no obligation consultation. Call now or go to sotobello.com.
There's a lot of things that cause hearing loss. Trust me, I know. I'm Rex McGee with Enhanced Hearing Center. If you're having trouble hearing a noise, we can help. Right now, we have hearing aids programmed to your loss, starting at just $19.90 a pair. We'll check your hearing, and you can wear them home today. Call us today, 883-1616, 883-1660. Trust me, I know.
If you get sick with COVID-19, someone will feel all alone. Get an updated vaccine this season, so you don't left out the ones who had a virus. Last fall, more people were hospitalized from COVID than the flu. COVID is always changing. Protect yourself this season with an updated vaccine. Do it for you and for dinner take. Donald Trump returns to the White House in January, along with MAGA control of both houses of Congress, fairly. Republicans will have one of the smallest U.S. House majorities in history, making House Democrats the last backstop against the headwinds of Republican autocracy. And they've been holding firm to their values. You may remember this iconic speech from my next guest, his history-making opening speech of the 118th Congress in January 2023.
I also want to make clear that we will never compromise our principles. House Democrats will always put American values over autocracy, benevolence over bigotry, the Constitution over the code, democracy over demagogues, economic opportunity over extremism, freedom over fascism.
Bear with me a minute, people. I'm trying to figure this out. Hang on.
The basis for a new illustrated book, The ABCs of Democracy, and House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries joins the now series of books. This is a good idea. This is a dope idea that you decided to take that speech, which a lot of people love. And did you memorize it, or did you say it off the dome, or did you have it there?
No, I didn't have it written down, and there's no teleprompter in the House chamber, with the exception of when the president delivered the State of the Union address. So I had a sense of where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, my gut told me to just go there.
Yeah.
And so I just did it. And I'm thankful that, you know, I made it through without making any mistakes, stepping over a letter.
Yeah, you did a good job. You really did a good job. So,
Where's my head? Where's my head?
Let's talk about that. Chris Murray sat down today in what I think a lot of people would describe as complying in advance to an incoming autocrat. He could have stayed and tried to fight to stay through this 2027 term. What message does that send to Democrats who are willing and trying to fight for, and, you know, normal Republicans that want to fight for democracy?
Well, he could have stayed and fought, and so there is some disappointment on the Hill. But I do have great respect for Christopher Wray, and haven't always agreed with him, but I think he's been a principled FBI director and stood up against, you know, far-right extremism as best he could, repeatedly, including against the former president who nominated him at different times, always tried to defend the FBI as an institution.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to walk outside the base. I think they got the video blocked. Hang on.
The law and the Constitution, and the fact that we are not a nation based on the rule of man, is going to have to drive all of us as we move forward into this incoming administration. And I expect that that's certainly something that we're prepared to do as House Democrats.
One of the sort of core values of America has been the welcoming of immigrants, right? And it's written on the Statue of Liberty. What you're now seeing is the Trump administration, the incoming Trump administration, saying that on day one, they're going to allow ICE to enter things like churches, mosques, funerals. There are religious organizations that are pushing back on that, saying it's violating the sanctity of the church. Schools, so being able to, you know, stop immigrants in front of a preschool. How is that going to be defended, or how can that be defended by Democrats?
Schools, hospitals, churches, synagogues, mosques should all be off limits. And I think that if the new administration were to go down this road, you'll see a massive backlash from the American people. Listen, we have a broken immigration system. We have to reform the asylum system. It is overwhelmed and overloaded at this particular point in time. We need a strong, a safe and secure border. And we should try to figure out how we can come together as Democrats and Republicans to enact comprehensive immigration reform and make sure that we are continuing the promise of America as a nation of immigrants, but also as a nation anchored in the rule of law and secure the border.
Is it realistic to even think about doing some kind of legislation with the Republican Party, which is not a MAGA party, and they want immigrants out, they want the massive border, they're not going to cooperate with Democrats on this?
Well, I think the American people have consistently made clear that while we understand the need, and it is appropriate to make sure that violent felons who are presenting a risk of harm to everyday Americans and who are here unlawfully should no longer be here. While at the same period of time, we should be focused, of course, on those violent felons and not families. And I think public sentiment is going to be critical. Abraham Lincoln often said, with it, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. And though we won't have the gavels, we will have the ability to help shape public sentiment and make sure that the American people push back against far-right overreach if it occurs from the incoming administration or extreme MAGA Republicans in the House.
And not even just in the House. You know, Donald Trump has appointed two essentially billionaire bureaucrats, when they're billionaire, Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, to head what essentially the Blue Ribbon Commission. It's not an agency, it's not part of the federal government, but they're going to be making recommendations to slash things that could include veterans benefits, Head Start, things that are scheduled to expire. They could be deregulating their own industries, giving themselves deregulation and tax cuts. What is the plan to resist that?
Well, this is an area where we are prepared to aggressively push back. And we've made clear, listen, we will find bipartisan common ground with the incoming administration on any issue when it will make a difference in the lives of the American people, particularly as it relates to driving down the high cost of living in the United States of America. That's a clear message